Hello, my friends, and welcome to Thursday morning. It is Drunk Pokeroo time. It is Beer Advent Day 14 time. Beer Advent Day 14, 2 weeks in. It's been 2 weeks of some pretty good beer. A lot of old favorites, which is kind of what I was going for this year. You know, beers that you used to drink a lot of, or maybe, when you were new to craft, they kind of caught your eye. And then, as we've gone along and more breweries have opened and more new beers have come out, they kind of get lost in the shuffle because you're always looking for that next new beer. Ooh, new beer on the shelf, new beer on the shelf. So I like to go back and revisit classic beers or whatever you want to call them. But it's kind of fun, and it's a great excuse to do it with. So, as we do the Beer Advent calendar, we see there are a few new beers in there, not a lot, but I enjoy mixing it up. So it's my day off, but I do have to go shovel the snow because we got a bunch of snow. So I want to have a beer first to give me the impetus to do so, and then know that I can reward myself after with another great craft beer from Ontario. So let's get into this, because me, I'm all about the beer. And today is how appropriate, side launch dark lager. Last night we had the new side launch Hironic Tripel, which was great to see. This is one of my favorite beers from them, and one of my favorite styles. I love a good dark lager. I like the the simplicity of it, the roastiness of it. Today's mug is one of my late Uncle Tom's mugs that I got after he passed away. It's a Stein, and I thought, it feels like a Stein day today, so we're gonna get Steiny in here. Let's get into this. Side launch. Love seeing that they're having new beers out. That's kind of cool, and they're releasing the LCBO. Nothing wrong with their classics. Their Mountain Lager is a favorite of many a beer writer, and as I said yesterday, I love their wheat beer. It's such a simple style done so well. Same here. Look at the head on that. Beautiful. Used to drink all our beers out of mugs like this, frosty mugs even. This is not frosty. It was in the cupboard. It was rinsed out and then used, but we used to love those frosted mugs back in the day. We thought we were so cool, and not knowing that we were just killing everything in the beer. But let's face it, it was not very good beer, so that was okay. Side launch, dark lager. Let's get into the happy 2 weeks of Beer Advent calendar. Cheers. Beautiful. Roasty, roasty. Yes. Yes, please. So, very nice, easy, light, dark chocolate notes, a little bit of sweetness, a touch of coffee bitterness, some hops. Nothing too crazy. Again, I like the beer Side Launch makes because they're good to help introduce somebody who's new to craft beer to the different styles. True to style, which won them the Canadian Brewery of the Year a couple years ago, because the beers they make are true to the style. They don't go crazy, which is nice to see, So if you want to show somebody what a dark lager is, you don't want to get into too smoky or too roasty or overly malty. This is excellent for that. And I think it's like, what is it, 5%, 5.3, so it's right in the wheelhouse of a regular ABV beer. Nothing too crazy. So side launch, look for it at your LCBO. You know it's there. You probably walked by it. Maybe it's time to stop and give it a shot again, just to remind yourself, hey, good to style beers are important, because then they give you that base when you go to explore bourbon barrel aged and Brett beers and dry hop beers. It gives you something to be able to base it on, right? That's very important. Thank you, Side Lunch, for being part of the Beer Advent Calendar 2017. Tomorrow's Friday, so it's going to be interesting because, back to work, and it's the last weekend before the last weekend, if you know what I mean. Cheers, my friends. Happy drinking. It's just a beautiful beer.